Hi, Sharon Durbin Graves, Painting with Acrylics 101.com, coming from my studio here in Kentucky. I'm so glad to have you here today. I just want to talk to you for a minute or two about fear. Fear can just eat us up alive. And you know, I know there are tons of people out there who have been creative, like I was, for years and years and years. I started when I was 4 or 5 years old, creating things, making things, sewing things, crocheting things, all home decorative painting, all sorts of things. I've tried every kind of craft thing there is, but I really wanted to move into a fine art genre, but I was afraid. I mean, I didn't know where to go. Of course, this was 20 years ago, before the internet and before YouTube. So, you know, it was harder to get started. I did promise myself if I ever started to get it, that I would pass on whatever I learned to beginning artists. And that's what I do. That's who I teach. People who want to get started, but really just don't know where to go. But let's get back to fear. Fear can just paralyze us from doing anything. And a lot of people have the mistaken thought process that you have to be extremely talented to learn to paint or draw. And you don't. It's a skill. And you know, an Olympic swimmer did not win a gold medal the first time they hopped into the pool. Basketball players shoot hundreds of free throws every single day, and they still miss. People who play the piano started when they were 3 or 4, scales and simple songs, and they've built it up and built it up and built it up over time. It's a skill. Painting is a skill also. And as you learn the skills needed, then the talent that you didn't think you had starts bubbling up, and you, oh, I could do it like they did. Oh, but I could also do it like this. And that's when it gets so fun. When you start to see, you know, when you do an underpainting and you get everything blocked in and all that, okay, sometimes you're saying, oh, this is horrible. I'm throwing this thing away right now. Don't ever do that. Keep going. Because it's when you add the shadows and the highlights and the details that things start to really come to life. You know what they say, the devil's in the details, and so's good art. You have to have some details, and you don't have to have a ton, but it's just that one little piece that makes it pop, that brings it together. So please don't let fear stop you from learning what you want to learn. I would love to help you learn to draw and to paint, and that's my whole goal, I guess, my mission maybe, is to paint myself. I love to paint, and to teach beginners. I don't teach anybody else but beginners. That's who I'm built for. I'm built to help beginners get started and to understand from the ground up art concepts, how things work, what you need, what you don't need, easier ways to do things. And that's all I really want to do. So I hope you're going to come along with me on this journey, and that you'll join in and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And then there should be a little bell that comes up next to the subscribe button, and click that, and it will notify you every week when I upload a new video. So thank you so much for being here today. Please don't let fear stop you from learning what you really want to learn. There are so many people with it in there. Oh, I just want to learn to paint that sunset or those clouds, and, or that flower or the tree. Give it a shot, and don't give up, because it'll be tough in the very beginning. I'm telling you, it's going to be tough. The brush has to become part of your hand. And once it does, then it starts to get much easier. So again, thank you so much for being here. Let's paint together real soon.